If you want to be miserable for the rest of your life, follow these 5 steps. And I'm sure you'll be miserable for the rest of your existence. Today's episode is powered by Huel. Let's jump into the episode. So the first step is to compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you want to be miserable for the rest of your life, compare yourself to others. This is a sure way to be miserable. And this is amplified with social media. We follow most people out of envy and jealousy. We want the life that they have. We want the clothes that they have, the car, the house, the friends, the clout. We want what this person have, so we follow them and we just get jealous and feel lack of. We feel like we don't have something because we're not like them. And this is what comparing does. We compare ourselves to people and make us feel less. But the thing is, especially with social media, they are not better than you. They're just better at marketing their life. They're good at the game of social media. Most people, this is their job. Their job is to take good pictures of themselves looking good and then editing these good pictures of them looking good to make them look even better. And then they post them, get loads of likes. So you think that these people are better than you. They're not better than you. They're just good at what they do. They're good at marketing their lives. They're good marketers. Because a picture is just a snap. Even videos are just a fraction. Even an hour-long vlog of someone's life that looks so awesome and you're like, they have the lifestyle, look at them, they're living the dream. This person still has the 24 hours of every single day of their life inside their head alone with their own thoughts. And this is where true greatness and goodness and good nature is where true character exists. This is the thing that matters, the thing you live with, this internal world. That's what matters. And you can't compare this to anything. It's impossible to compare this to anything. Because even if someone says, well, the way I truly feel is this, that's their interpretation. That's the thing they want to portray to you. So if you want to ruin your life and you want to be miserable, compare yourself to others. That's a fast way and a sure way to keep you miserable. If you really want to keep yourself miserable for the rest of your life, remove gratitude from your life. Gratitude is one of the greatest gifts. Just being grateful will change your life and make you so much happier, so much more fulfilled, so much calmer, and feeling more positive about life. And that will push you in a more positive direction. You feel positive about the way you're going. So if you remove this gratitude, you'll start to feel more miserable. You can do like gratitude exercises where you think of 3 things you're grateful for. And I would not downplay these things. Gratitude, just being grateful and actually thinking how grateful you are for the big things in life and the small things in life is truly powerful. So if you want to be miserable, remove this gratitude and start to focus on all the things you don't have. All of the desires that you're trying to reach for. The new car, the new house, the new lifestyle, the new partner. People ruin their relationships. They stop being grateful for the relationship they have and they stop desiring a fictitious relationship, a fictitious, imagined feeling. The mind's powerful. These fictitious imaginations are so powerful. These feelings can feel much greater than what you have right now, because what you have right now is grounded in reality. It comes with the highs and the lows and the mundane, and it's drawn out. It's not this visceral related feeling at all moments. It really is visceral and incredible. But it's just hard to see that. And when we sometimes get a little bit of a low for the things that we should be grateful for, we start to imagine the things we don't have and thinking how much better life would be with those things. But the truth is, you might not get those things and you'll be miserable your whole life. Or you might get those things and realize I'm still in the same mind frame that desires things way beyond my reach. And you'll always be in that mind frame. You become old and grey, or just old. You can be young and grey. You become old, and you'll be lying on your deathbed, still desiring things outside of your control. You'll be dying thinking, I should have reconciled my life. Well, it's out of your reach. You didn't reconcile your life. You didn't be grateful for your life. You'll be there thinking, I wish I was grateful for the things that I had. Well, it's out of your reach. Way beyond your reach. And you was miserable your whole life. So, if you want to be miserable, remove gratitude. That will make you very miserable.
A quick word from our sponsor, Huel. I really like Huel. When I was writing my book, I was using Huel to power me through every single day. When I had my daily greens, when I had my meals, when I had my shakes, it stopped me from going to the shop, buying a load of rubbish, buying a load of unhealthy food, wasting loads of money. And these things do add up. Those quick journeys to the shop every day, the money adds up, the unhealthy foods add up, the wasted time adds up. So if I ever get those cravings, I grab a Huel and it fills my cravings. I feel good, it tastes delicious, it's quick and easy. And if you have any interest in the Huel products, then check the link in the description. Let's get back to the episode.
If you really want to make yourself miserable and you want to ruin your life, think that you know better than other people. Think that you know better than everyone. Think that you are better than everyone. You know, Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, he was considered a great man. He was considered a good man. And he, obviously, Emperor of Rome, from a young age, he was pushed into the role. He didn't actually choose the role. He was pushed into it, and he was shaped for it. He was built up. He was given the best lecturers, the best tutors, the best mentors. He was given the best training, this Greek agoge training. It's like the Spartan training. It was given all these things to mold him into the perfect leader, into the perfect man. And I think they did a very fine job. You know, there's no such thing as perfect, but they did a very fine job. And when he was old and he was so experienced, he'd been through such a life, he was still learning. He was still attending lectures. He was still learning from his close ones. He was still learning from his friends, still learning from his tutors. He didn't turn his nose up at anything. He was always learning. He never thought he was better than other people, because Marcus Aurelius understood that we're all human. We all have the same nature. We're all equal. The only thing that separates us is how we choose to use our nature, whether we choose to use it for good or to use it for bad. That's it. So, if you really want to keep miserable, think you're better than people. Because if you can accept that you're not better than everyone, then you can start to learn from people, to grow from people. You start to understand that all these people around you, even the people that you think are right low below you, which you shouldn't do that, but these people are right at the bottom. If you start to be more open-minded, start to pay attention to these people, start to accept these people, you'll start to understand they live different lives. They have different ways of being. They have different wisdoms, different knowledge. And you start to understand, I can learn from everyone. Which brings me on to the next way to stay miserable, is to be close-minded. Which is to stay the way things have been. Because if you stay the way you've been, stay the way everything's been forever, the way you've always done things, then you never have to step outside your comfort zone. Which means you will never grow. You will never grow and expand. It's like, you know, if you stay close-minded, it's kind of like you're locked in a cage. It's like a bird in a cage. And if you can open your mind to be open-minded, you open the cage and you start to realize that you can fly around. There's so much freedom. It just comes with discomfort that you have to face, and slowly the discomfort will fall away. Being closed-minded will make you miserable. And being closed-minded can come about from so many things, not just ignorance, but from anxiety and from the way you've been taught in life. You've been told this is the way things are, and this is the way things are to be. But if you can just be open-minded all the time, be open to learn new things, open to different opinions, without shutting them down straight away, go, I'll try that. I'll try to understand that. I'll try to do this. Your life will improve drastically and you'll become so much happier and so much calmer, so much more balanced. So if you want to stay miserable, stay closed-minded. So right now, if you want to stay miserable, you compare yourself to others, you remove gratitude, think you know better than people, and you stay closed-minded. And the last way to stay miserable your whole life, if that's the goal, is to remain comfortable. Naturally, we follow the path of least resistance, but this is not a good thing. This is just a natural path to take. But the path of least resistance will lead to you staying within this bubble-wrapped life, this bubble-wrapped existence. And I used to think this isn't so bad. Oh, so facing discomfort will make me stronger, will, make me more extroverted. Do I really need those things? I can stay comfortable. I've got my books. I've got my mind. It's all good staying in here. That's not the harm of being too comfortable. The true harm of comfort is, I believe that we're put here, or we're here, the purpose is to live our true existence. This thing inside us, the thing that is ours, the gift that we have, is to let it flourish. It's ours. And to live life is to live as you, the true you. So when we stay in the comfort zone, we hide this true self from the world. It's like the poem by Charles Bukowski, Bluebird. I believe it's by Charles Bukowski. He says, there's a bluebird inside my heart that wants to get out, but I'm too tough for him. I keep him locked in there. This kind of thing. And at night, I let him out for a while, he will sing. And then I close him again and I wash it away with Marlboro cigarettes and whiskey. I can't remember the poem verbatim. But it's true, you have this bluebird inside you, your spirit, that wants to get out, that wants to flourish, that wants to fly around in the world. The true you. And you can feel it. You feel that sadness when you don't let it out. And when you never face discomfort, you're doing it. You're staying comfortable because you don't want to expose your true self to the world. If you have a true opinion or express yourself, your talent truly to the world, you're too scared to do this. So you won't have a true opinion. You'll never have a true thought or decision that can be affected by the real world. You won't say what you really want. You won't do what you really want to do. You won't be the way you truly want to be because you're worried about being judged and you're trying to stay comfortable. And if you could only get past this discomfort, you could truly be you. You could truly flourish. You could get out of that cage. The bluebird can be released and fly. And you're free. But if you want to stay miserable, stay within the comfort zone. And you'll never find freedom. So that is it for day 38 of 100 Stoic School with myself, William Mulligan. I hope you learned something from today's lesson. Of course, I don't want any of you to be miserable. The idea of these videos is you can see life advice and guidance and steps from the opposite perspective. And I think when I've started to look at things from this perspective, you realize what not to do, and then you realize what you should do in reaction to this. And I truly believe these things are more impactful for certain people. You can see the negative and go, well, I've been doing that. I've been comparing myself to others. That's what's ruining my life. Well, I'll stop doing that. So hopefully it's helping. And subscribe, hit that notification so you don't miss any more episodes. And if you want to see more content like this, I make reels every single day on similar content. But it's more just, me walking around on a park, giving these ideas more naturally. There's no set. Then follow me on Instagram at William Mulligan Brother. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening.